Well, good morning. On this Labor Day 2025, and it seems like holidays anymore are just an extra bonus day during the week, just something to give you a little more free time or a special activity. So whether you're here doing this practice with us together live or you're using a later recording, welcome. Today's practice will include some balance. We're going to do the Flying Warrior 3, some Warrior 2. We'll do the lunge twist, and then we'll do some stretching for our hips and some core work and some arm strengthening. So pretty much checking all those boxes. As always, if there's something going on with your body, whether it's the back or the extremities, then you should care for those. I cared for my knee and I was able to get myself back to full use. So sometimes you can stay there and do the practice, but just amend it as necessary. So we're going to begin on our mat. I have my blanket. Morning. I have my blanket so that I can sit on it. You can use a pillow or a towel or whatever might work for you. So we're going to take a seat and come to what's called Samastiti. We just come to the moment as I kind of, whoops, straighten things out a little bit here. Okay. If you want blocks or straps or towels, you can do that. So here's me sitting Sukhasana with my ankles crossed. You can sit on your knees, you can sit with your legs out. At this point, you can sit in a chair. So we come to be mindful in our body and be present with this time and place. So addressing Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor energy, drawing in through the lower belly without squeezing the bum. Visualizing the spine lifting nice and tall, so rather than feeling rounded over and the weight of gravity, lift against the gravitational pull. Place the head on top of the spine rather in front, on front. So put your head on straight. If it feels better for your back, grab hold of your legs and give yourself some support. If you'd rather use a mudra gesture with your fingers placed palms up. And then you can have your eyes open, lowered, or closed, and draw into the breath. So let's make our breath this morning one where you count in no particular speed. You're going to take 4 counts to draw a breath in, preferably through the nose. Pause there, holding the breath for 4 counts, and then using an 8-count exhale, using nose or mouth. So it would be breath in, holding breath, and exhaling. Breath in, hold breath, exhaling, keep following the same pattern. When you finish your next exhalation, return to your normal or natural breath. Flutter your eyes open. And we're going to sit and move our spine within the pelvis. I call this stirring the pot. So leaning forward, leaning sideways, leaning backways. Nothing is done too large. So we're very mindful through our practice, but especially so at the beginning of our practice when our body hasn't quite woken up yet. Let's go the other way. So we're going to keep that connection to the breath. And as you go through these warm-up positions, maybe it reminds you to be a little careful with certain body parts. And then we'll hold center. So switch the leg orientation if you're sitting in Sukhasana. So I'm going to put my other leg in front. Always kind of an odd feeling, right? Come back to your lifted, mindful spine placement as well as the bandhas. And just begin turning your head. So, you know, if you sleep really hard and you forget to move and your head's kind of crunched, you can wake up with a bit of a stiff neck. As you hold your face forward, let your ear drop from shoulder to shoulder. Again, noticing whether there's freedom or restriction on one side, and kind of have that curious mind, why is that? Then we do the nod the chin, lift the chest movement. So bowing the head, not forcing it, and lifting the chest rather than dropping the head. So bowing the head, lifting the chest. And then end up center. Use your right hand to place back behind you, left hand on the opposite knee. Draw the right shoulder back as you get tall and look off to the side of your space. If you're interested in looking a little further behind you, feel free. Float yourself back center. So now the left hand a little behind you, the right hand on the opposite arm. Make sure you get your spine nice and tall before you draw the left shoulder back and do your rotation. Staying looking to the side or turning the head to go a little further. And returning center. So you're going to sit back, and maybe I'll stay on the blanket, maybe I won't, so that I let my knees windshield wipe from side to side. And moving to Bandha Konasana, the cobbler's pose, knowing that if you're sitting on a blanket or a towel or a pillow, this makes it a little easier, but you don't need one. Feet can be as you like them, holding the ankles, the shin, or even the knees, or even behind the knees. If you're very tight in your hips, you might be looking like this. The important thing is that lifted spine and that hinge motion. So you bring that heart forward, you begin to feel the hips kind of stretch out. Then let your head look down. I'm not saying force your head to your feet. Some people do that more naturally than others. But our first forward fold as we round over. So we know the lungs sit inside our rib cages, but we mostly think of our lungs in the front side of the body. So now as you round it over, I want you to visualize your lungs inflating upward against your back side of your ribs. Mindfully straighten your spine one vertebra at a time until the head comes up nice and tall. Because we'll be doing the flying warrior today, I want our thighs stretched out, and we're also going to be doing the high lunge. So you can sit on the blanket or not. I'm just too lazy to move it, come down on your forearm and be on your side. Lift a top leg, and it won't matter which one. Slide the hand over the knee, down the shin to your ankle, and then as you hold on the leg, just kind of feel that leg get heavy. And then holding the heel towards your bum as your knee allows, bring the top leg backward, and it's appropriate for you to lean forward and kind of roll that top shoulder back, feeling the opening at the front of the back leg, the leg that's behind you. And this will help when we start doing some of those other positions. And release. As you come up, take that top leg and set it over the knee. Again, sitting on a blanket might be helpful, though you don't need it. Sit on both your bums. There you go. And we're going to do a little rotation, and this is also part of our flow, so to speak, where you can either put your hand on your knee, or some people might put the upper arm over the thigh. If this is in your vocabulary to do this, go ahead and do that. If not, this will be fine. The other hand will help hold you up nice and tall. You don't have to turn too far back, just so we know when this happens. So in the lunge twist, the palms come together, the back hand pushes down, and that causes you to spiral more. Not staying too long, come out of it. Now that you've tasted it, take your top leg off and switch over onto the other side. Top leg rises as the hand slides down towards your ankle, and then just feel that weight of your leg. As you hold the heel towards your bum, as the knee allows, push the thigh back, lean the body forward, take your time as you explore opening the front side of the leg on the top. Bandhas and breath, bandhas and breath. Slowly releasing that leg, coming up to a seated position, placing the foot over your thigh, sitting on both your bums, opposite hand to the opposite leg as the other hand goes behind to prop you up, or hooking that elbow over your thigh and taking a gentle twist here. Just kind of explore whether this is in your vocab or not. It isn't for some people, so just kind of know that, and then when we get to the standing variation, you'll know whether this is going to come into play or not. Slowly return center. Now maybe by this position you can shift your weight forward and stand up. Otherwise, bring yourself up in any way that works for you. Well, that worked out for me, so pleased to say. Okay, facing one another, feet apart. And the legs are straight. I begin to hip move, tick-tock, legs straight, my hips side to side. So right now I'm focused on how is my back feeling. I do have something going on. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'll find out shortly. So now holding your hips center and bending the knees a little bit, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana action. Drop the tailbone so you see my hands are tipping forward and then sticking my bum out, a pelvic rock. So I rock my pelvis so that the pubic bone moves up, lengthening my spine, and then I stick out the bum and put a slight curve in my back. So just seeing how this is feeling. So the extension for some people should be modified. If there's already some issues in your spine or the disc is not great, you modify that arch, that cow part of the pose. All right, let's do a little hula. Just generating warmth through the hips, through the low back, activating our core, and going the other way. While we're here, let's go ahead and give our hamstrings a little wake-up call. You're welcome to leave the legs where you have them. Sometimes moving the legs further apart is a little bit easier. So you can put the thumbs at the small of the back, lift the chest. We do this to kind of lift the spine against the pull of gravity. And then as the hands slide down above your knees, elbows are straight, hands above your knees, lean forward into your toes. So almost you feel the heels lift, and then look to the floor below. So you'll know this as the bookshelf pose. If you're feeling your sit bones spread, which you should, feel them separating, make sure you're not leaning in the heels, you're out over your toes, so you really feel the hamstrings, and the elbows aren't bent, they're straight. And if you need more, slide over your knees gently to your shins, and maybe the hands come to the floor. If they don't come to the floor, it's no big deal. Just go where you need to go at this moment. Without twisting or turning, move both hands to your right leg and just kind of shift your weight or lean into that right leg more than the left leg, and that should create a gentle pull up the back of the right leg. Walking your hands over to your left leg or on the floor in front of the left leg. Again, not turning or twisting, just kind of shifting or leaning. Both legs remain straight. And now that pull up the back of the left leg. As your forearms find the thighs and the heels turn inward and you begin to drop the hips so that you look forward, you may modify this as knees would suggest, and some people might be comfortable coming all the way down in the garland pose. The heels should stay on the floor. If this isn't you, don't worry about it. If this is you, that's fine. Just feel the knees opening. And then as you come up, put the hands on the thigh, position the toes forward, mindfully roll up, making sure the blood pressure is keeping up with the lifting of the body. Okay, so let's go to the end of our mat. If you need to move your mat to see, do what you need to do. So I'm at the front of my mat. Establish your Tadasana. So the hips aren't forward, the hips aren't back, the feet can be together in Iyengar style or apart. Bandhas and breath and vibrancy through the fingers. So the hands aren't hanging, they're vibrant. Let the arms lift up and over your head and be aware of stuff around you so you don't hit anything. And arms come back down. A few more times. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. And once more, inhale to lift. Now this time bring the hands, palms touching down, and put the hands on your thighs. So the hips are back, not too different than what we were just doing a moment ago. Put both hands on your left thigh. You're leaning forward. You're going to slide the right foot back. And then just keep going. And when you think you've gone far enough, keep going. So a couple weeks ago, we were working on creating a little more space between our legs, not working here, but going longer. You're leaning forward. This should give you a bit of support. Check that your knee is not behind that foot, that it's right up over the ankle. Staying on the ball of the foot, use your hands to bring yourself up. Feel free to open them to the side if that gives you more balance. So I'm on the ball of the back foot. Now watch that knee doesn't bend. You want to squeeze that thigh, and then you'll feel the opening. For those who have freedom in the shoulders, you can raise the arms. So when I say arms up, know that you don't have to do this. You could just go here. As you lean forward, put the hands back on your thigh. Engage your bandhas, step the back foot up, release the arms, come all the way up. Put the palms together As you bend down, put the hands on the right thigh, leaning forward, chest up, straight spine. Work your left foot back until it gets back, 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 back. Leaning forward, squeeze the back leg. It's pretty easy to do at this point. Keep the front knee bent. When ready, bring your body up, feeling that pull at the top of the left thigh. Arms where you need them for balance, or overhead for those who can. Back leg straight, front knee bent, crescent pose. Shift your weight forward, both the hands come down onto that thigh. Engage through your core as you step the back foot up. Release the arms and rise all the way up. This time, open the arms and come back to Tadasana. So I'm going to give you an option that includes kneeling. You don't have to kneel, and it may not be a good idea given whatever's going on with your knee. So you softly will put it down, but it is the option. We'll all do it together, and then ultimately we'll just do the lunge. But here's our option. Inhale, the arms come up and together. Exhale, both hands go to the left thigh. Step the right foot back, wiggle it back. Now here's where I'm going to put that knee down. I let the knee slowly come down for those who can and prefer. Notice that my hips are slightly forward, that I'm not straight up on my knee. I'm slightly forward. From here, right hand on left thigh, left hand on small of back, left shoulder goes back as you turn to the left leg. Now remember, this is like we did in the seated twist. The other option is to hook the right elbow outside your left thigh, join the left hand into the right palm and push, and you create your spiral this way. So for this one, your back leg is on the floor and it's more stable for some people. As you come out of that twist, put the hands on the thigh. Since we're on the knee, we need to come up, step the back foot forward, stand all the way up, check blood pressure. Palms come together, sit your hips back, both hands come onto your right leg, step that left foot back, lean up, go deep, go long. If it's appropriate, drop the left knee down. If it's not appropriate, then you don't put the knee down, you stay in the lunge. So I'm leaning forward, left hand on right thigh, right hand small of back, turn my body, or for those who can, hook that elbow. The back hand pushes into the grounded hand and that creates the spiral. Still a little wobbly, and you breathe. Releasing center, put the hands on the thigh. We're going to get off that back leg and push off with the help of our bandhas, coming all the way up, join the palms together, and back to Tadasana. Same thing, but without putting the knee down. We all come to the crescent pose, arms to the side or overhead. Then I'll say optionally kneel or come to the rotation. So listen for your best option. We begin. Arms go up, hands at the heart, lean forward. Both hands on your left thigh as you're supporting yourself. The right foot steps and wiggles back, staying on the ball of the foot. So we're all either going to put the knee down or come up and put the arms to the side. So you're either on the knee or in the crescent pose. Arms go up, and then opposite arm comes across. So you either put right hand, left thigh, left hand small of back, or you came from arms up and hook the elbow. Returning center, whether you're on the knee, you come up into the leaning lunge position, step the back foot forward, burst all the way up, we go to the other side. Hands at heart as you sit back, both hands come onto your right leg. Left foot steps back and then keeps going back. Now you either put the knee down and then open yourself up. Arms can be down, side, or overhead. Then as you lean forward, you either put opposite hand, opposite leg into your rotation, or as you come forward, you hook the elbow over that front thigh. So remember, you have the option to put the knee down. As you return center, both hands on the thigh, pick up the back knee if you're kneeling. Engage your bandhas, step the back foot up, stand up, arms overhead, and back to Tadasana. So we're going to introduce Warrior Two. Same order of operation. Optionally use the knee. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, sit back, both hands to your left thigh. Right foot steps and sides back while you're leaning forward. Optionally set the knee down. As you come up, the arms go up or out, and then you rotate, using those options of upper arm or hand. As you return back center, you're going to come off the back knee if you've chosen the knee, so you're in the lunge with the back knee lifted. Now we all drop the right leg, leave the left hand on your thigh, engage your bandhas, sweep the right arm forward. As the front knee stays bent and the right arm goes back, come to a cool Warrior Two. So track the knee, that it doesn't buckle in. Back foot rolls into pinky toe, a little different feel through the groin, methinks. Come back to your crescent pose, this time with cactus arms. As you lean forward and step up, inhale, arms up, palms together, hands at heart, sit back, both hands on your right leg. Chest up, left foot goes back and then keeps going back. Now I'm going to show the kneeling option, but for those of you not kneeling, you just stay as you are. Coming all the way up, arms open or overhead. Leaning forward, making that twist, hands either over the thigh or on the thigh. As you return back to your thigh, if you're on the knee, you come up and we all drop that back heel. Leave the right hand on the right leg in front. Reach your left arm forward. Draw the left arm back as the right knee stays bent, opening into Warrior Two. Relax through your shoulders. Gaze over the front hand. You flip the back heel up. Bring both arms into cactus. Lean forward, step up, stretch up as you breathe, return to mountain pose. We're going to repeat. So now we have the crescent pose, the twisted crescent pose, the Warrior Two, and now we're going to add the last move, the Flying Warrior Three. Let's practice it before we put it into the combo. So stand on, let's say your left foot, and tap your right toe back. So my standing knee is bent, it gives me a little more flexibility. My arms are up in cactus. So my body is going to come parallel to ground, as is my back leg or my thigh. So as I shift forward, I try and pick up the foot with a bent knee and tip myself over so I become a letter T. Come back up, Tadasana. Let's just play with the other side and then I'll give you some hints. So cactus arms, Left foot goes back, right knee is bent. Squeeze your bum, tip forward, engage your core. As you pick up the back leg, the knee is bent, and then hinge over from your hips, bringing that left thigh and body parallel to ground perhaps. And then as you come back up, Tadasana. So things to remember. When your knee is bent and it comes up, flex the foot. And you'll know that it's not going very high, that it's down here if you don't feel your bum. So if you feel your bum tightening, that's what raises the thigh up. The other thing, and I'll hold on so I can talk and do this at the same time. When you're here, the knee tends to open, so point the knee inward so that that knee becomes parallel rather than opened. You turn that knee slightly inward because you want the thigh parallel with ground the best you can. It's a lot of work for our back and our core. That will be the third move. After we finish the Flying Warrior 3, we'll just step back to Tadasana and bring ourselves to calm. So let us begin. In the mountain pose, with good intentions. The arms lift and palms come together. You sit back and both hands come to your right leg. Your left foot steps back. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Now this is where you can put the knee down or not. As you bring your chest up, arms come to the side or go overhead. Then you lean forward, either put hand on thigh and hand on back as you turn toward the bent knee, or you hook the elbow and join the palms. Returning center, the hand comes to the front knee. If you're on the back knee, lift up that back leg and then we'll all drop down the back heel. Reach the left arm forward with the right hand on your thigh. Draw the left hand back, reach forward with the right hand, Warrior 2. Flip your back heel up and put the hands in cactus. Not stepping all the way up, but leaning up a little so you touch the back leg. You begin to lift the back leg, bending it, and tip into the Flying Warrior 3. Setting that foot down, put the arms by your side. Stand up, Tadasana. Breath in, arms come up, palms come together. Breath out, bend the knees, both hands come to your left leg. While leaning forward, keeping your spine strong, step back and keep going with the right leg. Option is to drop the back knee or stay on the ball of the foot. As you inhale, open up, arms to the side or overhead. As you exhale, you lean forward and create that rotation either with the upper arm or with one hand on thigh and one hand behind. Coming out of your twist, both hands go to the knee. Those on the knee come up onto the ball of the foot. Drop the back heel, leave the left hand on the left knee. Right arm goes forward. Pull the right arm back. Keep the front knee bent, Warrior 2. Flip your back heel up, bend the elbows for cactus. So you're in the crescent pose. Shift your weight and tap the back toe behind you. You're going to bend the back knee as the heel comes up. Begin to tip or lean forward. Turn that back knee in. Squeeze your bum. Try and become parallel to ground. Place the foot down. Stand up. Tadasana. So let's do it one more time all together. Inhale, arms lift, palms together, Exhale, hands on your right thigh. Left foot steps back to the high lunge, setting the knee down as an option. Bringing the torso up, arms out to the side or overhead. Leaning forward, creating that twist, hooking the elbow or putting hands on thigh. Returning center, both hands on the right thigh, coming up off the knee and dropping your back heel. Left hand reaches forward and goes back as the right arm goes forward, warrior two. Lifting the back heel up, bringing the arms into cactus. Keep the body strong as you tip forward, bend the back knee, and fly your warrior. Step that foot down, arms lower. Stand and be a mountain. Collect yourself. Breath in, arms come up. Breath out, hands on left knee. Step back with your right foot and go long. Option is to set the knee down. Then we all come up, arms out or overhead. Exhale, twist, opposite arm or palms joined. Returning the hands to your thigh, come up off your back knee. Drop the back heel, keep the front knee bent, reach your right arm forward as it goes back, left arm goes forward, warrior two, relax your shoulders. Back heel comes up, turn the body to the short end, arms in cactus. Slightly step up as you lean. Get your foundation with your bandhas and your breath as you lean into flying warrior. Set the foot down, put the hands down, bring yourself up, Tadasana. Well, how was that? So I'm going to bring my blanket back and we're going to go down onto the mat. So you can use a towel or a pillow, or if you have nothing, you could use nothing. So I'll take myself into a straddle position. If I elevate my hips just a little, this often is easier. You don't need it. Make your legs very straight. Use your hands to lift up the spine. So we go into a little more hip via the adductors. Using your hands to hinge yourself. I'm very fond of hinges so that I don't put that extra stress on my back that rounding and dumping into it can bring, or as I call it, gardening. So I'm leaning forward. It may be appropriate for you if you had something behind you to push you forward, or the floor, or your hands in front. It's not how far you go, it's the opening of the inner thigh that you're striving for. You may be the person who can put their elbows down or lay their body down. Some people are just made to do that. Slowly bring yourself up. If you're already up, that's okay. So we're going to do this a second time. I usually scooch forward. So whether you're on the floor or you're on a blanket like me, I kind of lift up my bum and scooch forward. So I scooch, ooh, there we go. And then we try it again. And you may not go as far. In fact, I expect that you won't go as far. So we're not trying to break things here. My theory in opening all parts of our hip is that we have the range of motion to, say, negotiate getting on a bike or something that we need to straddle. Or if we slip, that our legs have seen this range of motion. Now, that's not to say things won't get hurt, but use it or lose it, right? Walking your hands back up or bringing your spine back up. Lean back and slip those hands under your knees so you can bring the feet inward. Okay, so I'm still going to be on using the blanket, or I could use a block. So I will show you with both. Now I'm going to move my blanket to one end and I'll crawl over here and get a block to show you. All I want to do is use something that I can put my top leg on to elevate. Now I'll show you some options. If all you have is a blanket or a towel, fold it up. You're going to be doing a sidearm balance from your forearms. So you have the top leg on the blanket and the bottom knee bent. Top hand is on your hip. So you can either elevate the hip and leave that bottom leg down, or by really pushing on that one top leg, you lift the bottom leg. Let me show you with a block. And there's 3 ways for the block. This way, this way, this way. So I'm going to do the middle one. So I put my foot on the block. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is straight. Elevating my hips, I consider lifting my knee up. You can keep your foot down if it's really hard to do, and it is really hard to do, but if you can pick your entire leg up, you can. You're going to feel the inner thigh, the muscle we just stretched, really work. So if you go lower, here's lower, a little easier. Lift up my hips, lift up my foot and knee. So if none of that looks good, or you try it and you go, that's really hard, I understand that. What you can do is this, or you can have both feet out and do this. So I'm just adding a variation that you may or may not want to subject yourself to. So we'll stay for a few breaths. Come out if you need to. Stay longer if you'd rather. So top leg, if it can, is elevated. Bottom knee is bent a little bit. Top hand on your side. Check that the bottom shoulder is not sinking, that it's really strong and anchoring you. Lifting your hips, consider lifting your knee and lifting your foot. Setting that bottom foot down in your hip. Didn't take much, did it? Let's not change sides. Let's try it again. Remember, if you need to put your leg out, you can do that. So hips up, anchor your shoulder, hips up. As I said, if you wanted to, rather than lift this top leg, you can put it out there. Yes, you can lift the arm. And lower down. So that's a lot of strength for your shoulder and a lot of work for the inner thigh. Other side, I'll use the block twice. So I did it a few more times than you. Bottom knee is bent. Instep of your top leg, which is straight. Line up shoulder and elbow. Remember, you can keep the foot down, but do try and lift the knee. Sorry, I'm all dark here. Elevate your hips up. Consider lifting the knee or lifting the foot. Relax. Now you may want to use 2 feet. That's okay. So if you have 2 blocks, you can put 2 feet on. I'll just put my other foot in front to demonstrate. So elevate the hips Maybe you lift up a leg, or maybe you extend the bottom leg like this, pushing down more with the top leg, and boy, is my core working. Option here, and rest. So not a whole lot, but quite a bit of effort. And sometimes in life, we need just that little burst of a little bit of effort. And I think sometimes when we do this in yoga, it lets us know it's available for us when we need it. Okay, I'm moving my stuff off. You can use this as a pillow if you like. We're going to be on our back. Last week we did a walking bridge pose. We're going to repeat that. See if you feel a little more comfortable with it. Make your way onto your backs. Knees are bent. I usually can feel where my feet are. Nod the chin so you're not jutted up. If your arms are down, it's easier. If you hover the arms, that means the back of the arm is up off the floor. It's more challenging. Bandhas. Breath. Elevate the hips, but you don't have to go really high. Now, if you find this is really not suitable for your back or whatever, instead of lifting the foot, just alternate lifting one heel. So you're shifting a little bit of weight out of each leg. And this is done really slow. The knee is bent. I've been teaching this to groups of people that I see, and they're straightening the legs. It's not straightening the leg. It's just lifting the knee up and setting the foot very quietly back down. It's just walking. And try and make the torso not wiggle or move or shift. So if this is easy, hover the arms. So a bit more challenge. If you need the arms, put them down. Try not to speed. Maybe think you have a cup of hot tea on your belly and you don't want to tip it over, because that would spill. Maybe noticing that one side just seems a little more easy for you. So lower the hips and the arms. Right ankle on your left thigh. Right hand is going to keep the right knee outward. I know that when you pick up the bottom leg, you hold behind, or you use two hands. Just be careful the knee doesn't come in. The bent knee up should stay away. If you want to hold behind with two hands, use that elbow rather than the right hand to hold your knee away. So it could be this, could be this. I don't even hold behind my leg. My knee can just do that by itself. The foot that's crossed on the ankle should be active. It's not twisting or relaxed. So your low back is pressed into the mat. For those who feel a little bit more is required, you roll a little to the side of the foot that's on top. So if your right knee is on, you're going to roll a little to the left. So top knee is pushing away, top foot is coming in. As I come center, I'm going to hold on to just the foot and the leg and release the other leg outward. This is an upside down pigeon pose, correct? If you flip me over and put me on my belly, I would be in pigeon pose. Notice that the foot is not down here, it's up here. Go ahead and set that left foot down, release the right leg, and stretch it all the way out. Allow for the curve in the low back to be natural. Walk your feet back up until the knees are bent. This time, place left ankle at the right thigh, opening the knee, using that hand to keep it open. Picking up the other leg, as that foot comes to you, the knee wants to come to you, you have to keep pushing away. If you grab behind the knee, use your elbow to keep that knee from coming in as you want it out. Or you could be like me and just hold on here. Now with your left leg on top, you roll a little to the right. Get a little more out of the hip and perhaps into your glutes. Returning onto your back, both hands will hold that left leg as the right leg stretches out above the mat. Inverted pigeon pose. Go ahead and lower the extended leg, relax the leg you're holding and let it go out as well. So new move, for perhaps for some of you, we're going to lay on the belly. Depending on how you are constructed, this may be difficult for your chest. So you'll be laying on the belly. And I will have to change sides because I have this fireplace here. So I'm laying on my belly. I have my right arm out to the side. I pick up my left leg and bend the knee for the scorpion. And then I roll toward the right side. So my right arm is out, my left leg is up, and I roll onto my right side, touching my left toe. So traditionally, your head should look to the right arm outstretched. That's a bit much, I find, for people's necks. So I'm going to say look at the other one. So in other words, your neck should be like this as you go like this. But I think that's very awkward for your neck. So you're going to look the opposite way of the outstretched arm. So if you can get yourself on the same side, my reference point will be the same for us. If you cannot lay on your chest, it's just uncomfortable, stay on your left elbow, put your right arm out to support you, pick up your left leg, scorpion, and then you go here. And then if you want, you can drop your head down. But you're not laying on the chest if that's uncomfortable. Options. All right, let's all do it together. Right arm out, left leg up, roll. Slowly roll back as the leg comes up. Slide the leg in. Now clearly I'm going to have to turn around, otherwise my foot is going to run into the fireplace. So you're good with your options if you need to stay up on the elbow. So I'm on my belly. Now my left arm is out. I'm looking the other way. My right leg comes up and rolls over. Slowly begin to roll back onto your belly and push yourself up into a child's pose. The arms can be extended. The elbows can be down with palms together behind the head, or you can make a little pillow with your hands. might come up. So we didn't do any chaturangas today, but we'll finish with some upper body strengthening. I mean, we did some solid shoulder work, but we're going to do what would usually be the cat on the wheel or the reverse cat on the wheel. So what will happen is I'll come to all fours, accommodate for any knees if you want. My elbows, we know the elbows like to go like this. So I'm gonna really focus my elbows inward so that when I bend, I feel the elbows brushing by the sides of my body. Your bum will stick up in the air. It's okay. You start in the all fours. You shift your weight forward, your elbows come in and up and then back. Now, if your knees don't like your hips going back to your feet, just go back where it feels okay for you. And we'll just do this on a pattern. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. So using our breath to move, not fast, but not really slow and not holding. If the palms say, you can do this on your knuckles. Have your thumbs forward and be on your knuckles. Okay, so we're on all fours equally. Anchor the shoulders, hug the elbows in, lower yourself forward, up, and then breathe out back. Breathe out forward. Breathe out back. Should be getting a little more challenging. And rest in child's pose. Okay, using a block or a blanket or a pillow, we're going to sit with one knee bent and one leg straight. So here it is on my blanket. I'm going to have the knee closest to you guys bent, and then my other leg will go in front straight. So I'm sitting on the blanket, which makes this available to me. Now, if you're on a hard floor, you may want to grab another towel and put it under your foot. Some people tell me, and I see this, that this is uncomfortable for them. I'm okay with this. I'm okay. So my knee, my thigh, my calf, if I roll over, I'll roll out so I have a little more space to place this. So this is our half hero pose. If I didn't sit on a blanket, I could sit on a block. So I want to lift myself up nice and tall. And you may be here going, oh my goodness, and just stay right here. If you can go back a little bit, consider going back a little bit. If you can go back to your elbows, go back to your elbows. If you can lay on the floor, if that's just where you go, you're welcome to go on the floor. This should be a big stretch for your thigh without compressing the knee. If you're laying on your back, prop yourself up on your elbows. If you're on your elbows, let's move to our hands. And then keeping that knee there, spine up, bring both arms overhead, and then hinge forward. Now at the point you back up, you just bring the hands down from there, and then tend to lay your body on your thigh. Most of us will not do that, but that would be your intention. I know there is a strong urge to reach for the foot. I would say don't do it unless you're already laying down on your leg. Slowly return yourself up. And you're going to lean toward the leg that's outstretched so you can easily unfold the other leg. Now I'm going to use the block instead of the blanket just to show you how that works. But the blanket's nice and soft, so if you have a blanket or a folded up towel, you could do that. All right, so I'm going to sit on this little thing, have my other leg extended, lean toward the extended leg so that I can bend the knee. So your foot is not turned out, you're on the top of that foot. And again, you reach in and roll the calf muscle away so that the knees all go the same direction. And this might be enough. You might say, yeah, this is enough. But then if you wanted a little more, you'd walk your hands back. And if you wanted more from that, you'd walk your hands back. And if you wanted more, because I'm elevated, I don't know if I'll get to my elbows, I'll see. Yep, I can get to my elbows. If I didn't have the blanket or the block, I generally can lay fully flat on the floor, but with my hips elevated, this is as far as I go. Nothing should be painful, but sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable. If you're laying all the way down, which you might be, come up to your elbows, then from the elbows up onto your hands. And then while sitting straight, begin to hinge forward. Again, the intention, should you be able to do it, would be to lay your body on your thigh. Keep your neutral spine, don't let it round, stick out your chest. Mindfully bring yourself up, lean in toward that straight leg so you can pull out the bent leg. Oh, I'm going to roll off this block or get off of your blanket. So we're going to finish with what's called the staff pose. It doesn't seem really hard unless you've been in it for a while. So you want to be just sitting on the mat, and you're going to take your hands and move your buns away, and the legs are extended forward, active feet. Now this is a challenging position for some people. So in lieu of putting a blanket under the hips, which would help, I'm going to pull my pant legs up to show you the alternative help is to bend the knees. That makes it so much better for your back, right? Because some people, when the leg goes straight, they tend to round into the back. Let's keep the back in good order and release through the legs. Then the hands are forward, fingers up, palms away. Slide the hands right alongside you. I have heard everyone say, my arms are too long. Well, sit taller. Or my arms are too short. Well, stiffen your elbows more. You're just made fine for you. So sit for a few moments, stare at your big toes, bandha some breath. One more breath. Slowly make your way onto your back. Bring the knees up, and a couple of options. You can just hold below the knees with the knees apart, head down. You can bring your feet up, reach through the middle of your legs, split the hands so you grab the edge of your foot. Now if your bottom is up, press the bottom down so there's a little bit of space under your low back. This is the happy baby. Or you can just do this, whatever makes you happy. Mindfully bringing your feet down onto the mat. You're going to slide your right leg off to the right edge of the mat. Can you feel it? Where is my right? Where is it? There it is. You can either put the left foot alongside the right foot, or you can cross it over if that doesn't feel like too much. Both arms come up. The right hand grabs the left wrist. Then the arms continue pain-free over your head, and you use the right hand to pull the left hand, and you create a curve. If you looked at yourself from above, your arms and your feet would be at the edge of the mat, and the rest of your body would be curved through the center. To release, we're going to let go of the hand and that arm will fall away. Uncross or scoot your left leg off. Bring both legs back so you're at the center of your mat with your arms down. Now wiggle your left foot over till you feel the edge of the mat. Where's the edge of the mat? There it is. Either move your right foot over to it or cross your left foot over it. Cross your right foot over your left foot. As the arms come up over your chest, your left hand grabs the right wrist, arms go overhead, and now pull in that right arm so that it causes you to go to the left side of your mat. Each side may feel a little different. As you loosen your grip and your arms and your legs fall away from one another, we move toward our Shavasana. So if you had a blanket or something that you wanted to lay over you, if you had your socks or your slippers nearby and you wanted to put them on your feet, you can lay with your knees bent, feet apart, knees together, arms by your side. You can have those legs fully extended for the traditional corpse pose. I even think that sometimes laying on your side is a sweet place to be. You could be on your belly. So now it's time for you to lay in a position of comfort. If you have glasses or even your hair is bound up, sometimes taking that off so that you're just really feeling unencumbered. So now we do nothing. This is our time to spend a little quiet, or at least cultivate a little quiet. So you can use a number of tools. If you meditate, you can do meditation in this relaxed position. Make sure the body has given up all of its tension. It sometimes will hold on to neck tension or shoulder tension. So relax through the head, relax through the shoulders, relax through the back. Just gently let yourself release and relax onto Mother Earth. Another technique is to just hang out with your breath. Notice how long it takes the breath to rise and to fall, to ebb and to flow, to move in and to move out. Very often when we lay quietly with ourselves, the mind gets a little chatty. So if that happens, just go back to relaxing your body, go back to relaxing your breath. Wait for the singing bowl. Let this time be yours. And so we deepen the breath, wiggle the fingers and toes, awaken the body, but give it time and transition. Stay as you are, roll to your side, and here are our thoughts for this, the first day of September. Jane Addams said, "What, after all, has maintained the human race on this old globe, despite all the calamities of nature and all the tragic failings of mankind, if not the faith in new possibilities and the courage to advocate them? From the time Homo sapiens evolved, we have dreamed of a better world. Because our dreams, we have left our homes on long, arduous, uncertain journeys over land and water. Because of our dreams, we have sent explorers deep into the ocean and into the far reaches of outer space. Because of our dreams, we get up every morning with an enduring faith in the possibilities that this day may bring." So our thought, that typhoons, earthquakes, war, famine, you'd think the human race would have given up by now. But we keep on. And so my problems are tiny compared to what others have faced. I will keep on, no matter what is thrown my way. So with that affirmation, bring yourself to sit nice and tall. And yet mindful as we work to strengthen our body, our joints, our core, our certain issues so that we can live our life in the fashion that we like to live our life. And with that support through our core, relax and open the arms, join them together. And as always, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. So enjoy this Labor Day as we celebrate it, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.